Okay, so I would have been hyped for Wuchang since I saw it at like some kind of Xbox event, I missed what was it, the Big Monkey game? I missed that, and it seemed more like a boss rush game, and I wanted a Dark Souls type. And so when I heard about Wuchang, I was super hyped, and they got it day one. I'm kind of interested in these high budget Chinese games, and so played through it. Very very similar to Dark Souls. Really really similar, and it's derivative to a point, but it's still quality for what it is. And so we had a blast playing it. Now there's we got some problems here. There's some annoying problems, like a lot of times Dark Souls have these like swamp areas where they have to worry about these little status effects. This game's loaded with junk like that. There's like continuous status effects all the time. It's like you're going through and it's like, better have all of these armor sets sitting up to the side. And it's like, uh-oh, I'm in the poop area. You better wear your poop gear. Uh-oh, I'm in the despair area. Better wear my despair panties and freaking, or otherwise you're doomed. But I had a lot of fun with it. Kind of sluggish to the gameplay, somewhat like Dark Souls, but it's a little faster. It's definitely not like Neo or anything like that. And I would say from a mechanical combat standpoint, the key thing that makes it different than the other ones is this feather system. I can't remember the exact name of it, but you'll dodge an attack, kind of a last second dodge, and you'll get like this feather, and you can end up with 5 of these feathers, and they power a lot of your buffs and magic, whatever that you got going on. And so and then your character, honestly, at least the way I had my character set up, she sucked until I got me a feather. When I got me a feather, then things started kicking in. And then once I got kind of like a groove going, I could be very, very beastly when I used that. We made the axe work for us, and I had a lot of fun. There was some times where I'm like, man, these bosses are like way faster than my axe, and we would find a way to make the axe work, and I would just be stubborn about it. We didn't summon nothing, Brian, because we're not like a legit. I shouldn't fall for that damn Dark Souls crap. You know what? Summon if you want to. F this thing. There was some frustrating damn shit that I'm sure I would have done better, like this damn Fierce Tiger, if I'd had me a summon. But we did it all solo. One of the things that I think makes this stick out is that there was just some very nice regular areas, and something I just played Berserker. First Berserker, and the areas kind of suck. And so I was hoping to have some of these kind of, looped around, get lost, find a whole bunch of treasure kind of areas. And yeah, this is pretty good. There's a couple, the last section, mushroom poop land or whatever, that I didn't like that. But there was some really crazy and intricate stuff that I ended up liking a lot. And particularly when you're out there in the forest and just the grasslands and the villages, this is the best looking Dark Souls type game out right now. And when it came out, it was a little busted, but they went and optimized it a lot, and we have a high setup anyway, but it's just fun. And I had just going around and finding stuff and fighting enemies. The axe in particular was just, you could bully people with that damn axe, and you could get some leech and stuff on it's like a tempering system, which is like where you kind of buff your weapon up. And you could get life leech on the thing. It's like, oh man, this is fun. It's somewhat reminds me a lot of Bloodborne, honestly. So I would start trading with enemies, and so you don't have like a parry kind of thing. What you have is what's called a deflect, or a clash, and they both work the same way depending on which weapon you got, and you kind of just go against their enemies' attacks, and then somewhere in your combo, you're going to have a deflect mode, so you try to make sure the window's pretty good, and so it's like a risky gameplay mechanic, but you can get in their face and make sure you're deflecting your stuff, and then if you've got it going, particularly with the axe, the little attack, even though the first hit of it kind of sucks, once you get that thing busted, it's like, dude, you could bully bosses as well, and dude, it's fun. It's fun, and it's like a risky, a little explosive, it's scary as hell because you'll get out. You'll win the encounter as far as the life done, but you take big damage. You need to get your potion back before they hit you with some junk. I had a lot of fun with that. The bosses, I didn't one-shot anything inside last boss because I found something dumb crap. I'm not going to tell you what it is, there's some dumb crap. There's some gimmicky dumb crap. At least for Axe, I'm sure there's probably other goofy stuff you could use, but we didn't one-shot any of these guys. For one thing, you would go in, you not really know what kind of damn status bullcrap you know. So your first thing, unless you've already stacked up your armor right, you're just going to get wiped out anyway with some stupid crap. You can go insane, or you explode up with some poop or something. Just freaking done. But we had a fun. This tiger right here. This tiger can kiss my ass. He was rough. He was the hardest one I had, or maybe the bow sorceress. That she was rough as heck, man. But I enjoyed the hell out of fighting them. And you know, you're gonna get there. You got to learn every damn thing it does, and you just get good. Just get good, bro. And what seems intimidating and impossible, and sometimes even one-shot your ass. Like we got paralyzed here. We ain't wearing the right shit. It's just. You learn to get better, and as long as you're paying attention, you get a little bit better. And it's nothing like, say, Elden Ring or Kazan, where they're really, really trying to fake you out. There's a little bit of that stuff, and it seems like once you're paying attention, it's like, oh, I got this, and so they won't have 45 freaking attacks either. So you'll just learn what you need to do, and you can handle it, man. And I had a lot of fun with it. Moist Critical said that this game is officially like saturated market for him. In my opinion, there are too many Dark Soul type games out, but the quality of them is still fairly good. And so this is not Elden Ring. I still recommend. We're going to give it 2 paws. But the way I think to take these games out is you take a break. You got to have like a palate cleanser. Not every game you need to play needs to be Dark Souls at all times. Unless there's going to be people that's all they do. Then you know what? They're going to like this anyway and play it anyway. But for your average player, this is frustrating as hell. Even though you would have gotten good from one of those games you've gotten through. And once you get one, you can get all of them. But it can be frustrating. You get your ass kicked for the 25th time against some dumb thing like this guy right here. We're not gonna tell you how many times. I didn't know how many times. It was something like that. It was bad. It was like an hour and something. And I hear some people spend 5 hours on. I was like, I don't know, if you can't beat 5 hours, I'm not gonna take a hit. I mean, I'll be good enough not to take a hit. What the hell these people's problems is. Now, I've got. This is hard. It's weird to say it like this, but they censored this game, and when you think about a censored game from like the West, it's like, oh, well, they made her, put more clothes on. It's like, no, she wears practically nothing if you want her to. But they censored the story. I don't know much of the details, but some of these are like historical figures. It's a fantasy damn setting. If you don't fight the old Chinese ancient times, they did not fight damn giant zombie tigers, but the native Chinese people were mad because I think you killed an emperor or something, and I don't know, that wasn't accurate to history, and they got mad. I was like, I can't fathom it. And so there was like a system where like peasants would throw rocks at you, or they would run and hide from you, and you could kill them to like berserk up and get into like your super bird mode. I stayed in bird mode pretty much the whole damn game, but like halfway through my play, they patched it out, and so you couldn't. All the peasants I'd been burninating, they couldn't burninate them no more. They would just sit there, and then there were bosses that I would kill them, and then they would stand up and just like freeze. I'm like, okay, and then you talk to him and say ellipses or whatever, and then there were some other bosses I fought, and you go to another area, and they go with you as like knocked out. Oh, and it just says, oh, we're sleeping, or they're knocked out. I was like, okay, all right. Whatever, but they've censored the game, and I suspect a lot of Chinese games, it's like if you mess with it, I don't even think the government did it. They didn't want to be reported to the government, so it was something we learned there, Brian. I'm kind of confused, honestly. It reminds me of way back, I think it was Rainbow Six Siege had some kind of something that there was like skulls, and then they couldn't have skulls, and then so they changed all of the Rainbow Six Siege that's got skulls because China didn't want it. It was some weird shit. But we overall recommend this game. It was $50 too, and I played about 37 hours. Music's okay, graphics are amazing. I guess one more nitpick I have is that Wuchang's the name of the lady. Okay, she's a character. She even says something like when you first play it. She didn't say very much. It's like okay, is she like Solid Snake from Metal Gear 5? That's the only thing she ever said like the whole time. She's like one line or whatever, and I'm like, well, no, well, what the hell? She has a backstory. She has characters, but they treat her like she's an what the fuck, a fallen or whatever. Like she's like a zombie girl. I know, like okay, but I don't think she was, or maybe she was, and I got the bad ending. So whatever. I recommend this game. 2 paws up, Brian. We love the graphics. We love going through and having cool levels. The levels were a decent challenge. I haven't been challenged in the last couple of these Dark Souls games I played. The levels haven't challenged me. Once you get going, you just become a beast. And the bosses were always a challenge. There was a couple that were relatively easy. And there was nothing like super insanely rough, but this fierce tiger can kiss my ass, bro. But I feel good beating him. So $50, worth it at full price. If you can get it for like $30 or something later on, it's definitely a deal then.